would try to put together a bill. I have it in my committee called the Clean Future Act, and this is designed to try to achieve 100% uh, clean economy, right? And that has all kinds. It's a draft. We're trying to see. I mean, we're not going to be able to pass it in this Congress because the president will oppose it. But hopefully in the future, we would pass it. And basically, it looks at each sector: the industrial sector, the transportation sector, the building sector, and tries to figure out a way of set up standards to get to a clean economy. So, for example, and some of those things were put in the infrastructure bill. So, for example, in the infrastructure bill, we have a national electric charging program, right? So the stations are set up for electric vehicles. Um, and for building materials, it would, say that you have to use certain kinds of building materials. For transportation, it would increase the level of clean fuels, right, and encourage more mass transit. So basically, and then for the power sector, it would say that you have to essentially phase out fossil fuels, particularly coal, and increasingly use renewables. So that's the future, and it can be done without loss of jobs. In fact, I would say that it would create more jobs because all these things create jobs as well. In terms of building, whether it's wind turbines or solar panels or new
Or charging stations, which, by the way, Congressman, we have 6 charging stations at the community center, but we built for 12.
Oh yeah.
So depending on that, we can easily add that in. And interesting enough that we do have residents, even though the building's not officially open yet, that actually come over, park their cars, because we have the supercharging stations that'll charge up their electric cars while they're reading a book.
Oh yeah.
So out in the parking lot. So it's kind of funny.
So at the library or at the new community center?
New community center.
Oh, all right.
So, but we do have an ordinance now on the books that if you're doing an addition in the corporate areas, that you have to add about X amount of charging stations in as far as parking.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
A lot of the corporations that have done additions within the last 18 months now, there's more and more charging stations popping up throughout our community